I mentioned in the video that at one point I went from fat and broke to now I'm fit and in a much better financial situation. So someone asked me to kind of break down the mental and physical process that I went through during that transition. It started both financial transformation and physical transformation. It started with a mindset adjustment. And I think that's the most important first step for whatever it is that you're trying to take on in your life, because your personal philosophy about things determines the type of action you take in order to change things or whatever it is, accomplish things, whatever the case may be. So let's just talk financially. I used to operate in survival mode, right? Where I would always, in my mind, it's like, okay, I need to get by. I need to try to get by. I just need to make sure I pay off most of my bills. I need to make sure that I can take care of my children. So my mindset was, I need to just make enough. And because I thought that way, that's all I ever did was just make enough, like barely made enough to get by. So, financially, I came to the point where I decided that I was going to take control of my finances, and I started thinking in abundance. What I mean by that, no matter what my current situation looked like, no matter what was in my bank, most of the time it was underneath 50 bucks. No matter what, I always visualized having millions and millions and millions of dollars. You have to stop thinking small. You have to stop thinking survival. You have to start thinking, okay, I know I'm in a place right now where it's not ideal. I'm not in the best financial situation, or I'm not in the best situation with my health, but I know for 100% certain that things are going to change. I'm going to be financially free. I'm going to transform my body. It kind of forced creativity out of me. It forced me to come up with ideas to change my situation. Just the process of every single day trying to make sure that I did something this day that's going to get me a step closer to my goal. And then after a long time, it took a while, it took a few years, things improved incrementally over time. It was tough for me because back then, I was doing a lot of things that I probably shouldn't have been doing. I grew up in an environment where that's what we did to survive. It was really hard to kind of untrain my mind and untrain my natural, survival mechanisms to change the way I did things. And for a while, I suffered a lot while I transitioned from being fat and broke to being fit and doing a lot better. It took a lot of sacrifice. It took a lot of faith. It took a lot of prayer. And it took a lot of making sure that every single day I did something to make the situation better. Like the concept of compound interest. If you did something every single day that improved your situation, now this can be applied across the board, 0.1%. If you're consistent over the course of years, your situation will change. You'll look up one day and your body will be fully transformed. You look up one day, your relationship, your financial status will be fully transformed if you just make sure that you are consistently fighting towards improvement of some sort every single day. And there's going to be days where you don't improve, and then there's going to be 4 days when you do, and then there's going to be 3 days that you don't. Your wins just have to outnumber your losses. That's it. As long as you win a little bit more than you lose and you keep going, your situation will change. Now again, this can be applied to fitness. This can be applied to money. This can be applied to anything across the board. All of the principles apply. It's the same thing. So for me, I had to make big sacrifices. I had to stop taking the shortcuts. And it's so funny how when we're talking money and we're talking fitness, the same things apply. I had to stop taking the shortcuts. I had to stop being lazy. I had to stop avoiding being uncomfortable. It was rewarded. My sacrifices financially and me not getting involved with certain things that I was doing that could have potentially, me sacrificing that and just struggling for a while, it forced me to dig deep and to get the best out of me. The best version of myself emerged during that stressful time, while I was in that pressure. So when you're experiencing stress, you have two choices. You either fold and it's a wrap, or you allow that stress and that pressure to make you stronger, and to make you creative, and to make you resourceful. And that's the only two options. And normally the people who are successful in life are the people who take advantage of that stress, that take advantage of the challenges. Because just like when you're building muscle, like it takes resistance to build muscle, right? It's not easy. You have to fight against the resistance in order to build muscle. And that same principle applies to life. Life gets tough and your finances are low and you're stressed out and you don't have any family members to turn to, and your job is X, Y, and Z, this going bad and this is going bad. This is an opportunity for you to dig deep and to show yourself first and foremost what you are made of. And what's going to happen is, once you dig yourself out of that situation, you're going to gain confidence. You're going to have so much more respect for yourself and from the people around you. You're going to feel invincible. You're going to be strong. You literally developed a muscle, a mental muscle that you'll be able to apply to anything in life. You have to look at it the right way, because it's 100% about perspective. So I've learned to reframe stressful situations. So whenever I'm feeling stressed, and whenever a challenge arises in my life, I'm human, don't get it twisted. So when those things arise, I still feel the stress, but then I catch myself. I'm like, okay, Brix, this is an opportunity for you to get stronger, and this is the strength you need to get to where you're trying to go in life. So I kind of reframe it. I turn bad scenarios into good scenarios for me. All right, let me give you some practical information. So if you're currently in not the best financial situation, and you need to lose weight, or one or the other, what I would do is, I would not focus on the fact that I need to lose weight. I would not focus on the fact that I need to improve my financial situation. I would make my life mission at this stage of my life, because this is exactly what I did. I made my number one mission self-development, right? I invested all my time and energy into educating myself, becoming aware, starting to read. Just personal development became my obsession. I was obsessed with becoming a better person and attacking the habits that caused my life to look like what it did at that point. Because that's all it is. Your life is merely a reflection of your habits. So in order to get a better life, a better situation, you need to change your habits, because the new life that you want is owned by a better version of you, a version of you with much better habits. So that's the root of it. So if you want to change your financial situation, you want to lose weight, you want to have a better relationship, you want to have a better life, you have to attack it from the habit, which is the root. So focus on figuring out how you can change your habits. And I promise you, if you're consistent and you start to discover who you are and how you operate, and you figure out how to get the best out of yourself, it will change your life forever. Forever. I promise you. And then 5 years from now, you guys are going to be sending me emails like, Brix, you told me this was going to happen. And I cannot wait to get those emails when I hear people tell me how much my advice has helped them. That means the world to me. So you guys keep sending them. I appreciate everyone. I'm sorry if I rambled a little bit on this video, but I thought it was a good topic to discuss. As always, guys, I'm just trying to share the wellness. So get well and get money.